Hello fellas, I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we have a very special guest. This guest is TURD. This vehicle, fellas, I have played to get up to 100% recently with this vehicle, and we did that successfully. And oh boy, how terrible this vehicle is. And in the same time, matchmaking which I had when I was playing with this vehicle, it was not the best one and not the most pleasant one, if I can say so, and it was kind of annoying. So majority of the times I was fighting against the higher tiers, hashtag never lucky. At least that's the matchmaking which I had, but I was winning quite some battles, and if I'm not mistaken, we finished Mark of Excellence session with this vehicle with like 70% win ratio, which is great for this this type of shitter like this. And fellas, if you are in this kind of situation, if you are playing with a lower tier, like tier 5, tier 6, and you are playing against the tier 7 or tier 8, in other words, +2 matchmaking, I mean, think about it. What you supposed to do during the battle? This is not a joke, this is a real question. What you supposed to do? Can you go in front and start flexing against the cover 13 or Su 12244, which can fart on you and you will forget your name? I don't really think so. And by the way, this battle is the third Mark of Excellence battle. This is the loadout which I had for majority of the time, but fellas, when I reached 95% of the Mark of Excellence, or maybe 96, I can't remember, I changed loadout to the full gold setup. Why so? Because I was getting effed in the ass. It was not the most enjoyable gaming experience, and I simply decided to finish with the stuff faster than to be sorry after that and to torture yourself, because I don't see the point. Why would I, right? Anyways, as usual, like I said before, what you can do with a tier 5 shitter when you are playing against the tier 7s, do you see the safe defense parameter? Yes, this is your life and this is what you can do. As you can see, Panzer 25 said, I want to go in front, and he got melted just like this, like ice cream during the hot summer day, right, fellas? And this is one of the reasons why +2 matchmaking is kind of bad. But in a way, I can understand why +2 matchmaking is existing, because sometimes you might be on your E25 and you can shit on the cover once, or alternatively you can be with your Su 12244 and you can shit against the lower tiers. You get the point what I'm saying. So it has interesting feelings, but I can tell you that when I am top tier and -2 matchmaking, it's not the most enjoyable gaming experience. By the way, the second video is going to be more interesting. Definitely it will include more action there, and the worst thing of the video, I have the full gold loadout, but once again, I don't know against what kind of tanks I'm going to meet. Am I going to meet a tier 7s or tier 5s? Yeah, this is the thing. But one or another way, I'm happy. Anyways, fellas, as you can see, what is happening in this battle, our team is melting 3.5 minutes into the battle, and oh boy, it's looking bad. I loaded gold right here, and I am simply waiting until enemies will do one or another stupidity. This is our main mission right here, and I want to provide our team with some spots because of the cover 13, and maybe other guys will try to go like this. There is Hellcat, which is not spotted, M10, which is not spotted, so you never know who you are going to see next. And remember, fellas, when you are a bottom tier, there is not too much what you can do. Hellcat is getting spotted right there. Hip hip hooray. I am loading high explosives and right into his belly for 189 damage, which is not that bad, right? And It's okay, we can play. I will try to hold them as much as possible, and I believe the end of the battle is quite clear who is going to take one for the team, because they still have a tier 9s, and yes, we have one E25 which is doing a laps over there. Probably he's playing Need for Speed or something, you never know, but it's not looking too good for our team, let's say like that. And I'm just trying to get maximum use of all this. One into the side of the cover 2, which is nice, and Leo is flanking. Leo have quite big gun. Cover 13 in the open field, the tier 7 tank, and fellas, you are going to see quite interesting stuff right here, how this gun can behave sometimes. For example, right there, cover 13 is going on us. Obviously, he's hitting the shot on the move. After all, he's Ruski tank. But it doesn't matter, fellas. In this kind of situation, this tank can be relatively sweet, and you can hit those shots. But you know, once again, we are spamming the full gold. So if I would shoot the standard APs, right, fellas, it would be completely different story, and more likely there would be a huge chance I cannot hit him. I would not be able to hit him, and I decided not to go for that. Guy trying to finish the Hellcat, unfortunately that was not the case, but I managed to bounce the shot of the cover 1, and the moment of truth. Who is getting killed? Raise your hand. I am getting killed. I know, fellas, this battle was not looking very good, but this is the main reason why I picked this game. It is a third mark of excellence battle. I got the third mark of excellence because I was very close to get it in this game, and I wanted to explain. When you are a bottom tier and -2 matchmaking, you are feeling pretty much useless piece of kaku which cannot do shit. Because when we are thinking about that, how I could make pressure or how I could do the things. I'm bottom tier, there is 3 artists in the game. Good effing luck. Not much what I could do, and I know the most important thing of all this: you simply cannot win all battles in the game. It is just impossible, right? And now, fellas, what I want to do, I want to show you a different game. The game, and we achieve it up to 100% of the mark of excellence. So let's go to the next game, shall we? And fellas, we are back with a completely different story. Yes, right here you can see the first thing which everyone is going to look like. You motherfucker, skill full gold against the tier 4s. Fellas, I reached that part when Turán started to make my eyebrow to twink like this, or however to say that, right? So I simply changed the loadout, and the tank became way better, unexpected, but that's the case. And in this kind of matchmaking, it can work quite nice one or another way. When we are thinking about that, this time I am the one which have advantage against the tier 4s. Obviously there is no tier 3s in the game, because Wargaming fixed that. In the past, tier 3s could fight against the tier 5s, but now it is not possible. It is not the case anymore, so keep this in mind, fellas. So what we are trying to do in this battle, I am getting very close to get up to 100%, and I needed like 1.6, 1.7 thousand in order to achieve this, right? And I decided to play a bit safer at first to check it out. Do they have anyone in the middle? And as you can see, our Stuart is going in front. So what we are doing, we are following Almighty Stuart, and we will try to support him. Look at those snipes, fellas. Look, aim time. Solid 3 years, but it doesn't matter. Look at the pre-aim shots and into the accuracy. Crazy. Once again, fellas, APCRs was performing completely different of this vehicle. No wonder, fellas, no wonder why these games have an idea to create full pay-to-win account, if we can say so, and to show how the things is working. I approve these games idea because it's solid banana out of 10, and I was watching video and I wonder what is the difference on his stats is going to be. Anyways, fellas, right here, as you can see, we are trying to shit on this cover one. I see his cupola, and yes, he can see my cupola too, and I am kind of afraid of that, because I can tell you that I learned that a hard way. The derp gun cover one is it can be very, very dangerous, right? And this Panzer decided to go on me aggressively, but that was bad thing, and it was GG. Right? He not much what he could do here, and he's simply taking one for the team. Fellas, if you would pay attention at our amount of the ammunition, it's already getting way lower. This is the moment when I got up to 100%, and I'm already blessed, and I'm already happy with the situation and everything. I know this is literally the last game, us playing with this piece of kaku and never ever again. That's what I know, and I'm already relieved, if I can say so. Anyways, 1,500 damage, 500 assisting damage. As you can see, enemy team is playing super well. They definitely know what they are doing, and they are trying to they had very good positioning and everything. That's why they are losing 10 to 1. Fellas, in the current world of tanks, to find the games which is equal, it's very, very hard. It's just not how the things is working. There is a lot of things which which is making game very, very unequal. For example, balance of the tanks, skill level of the players, and so on. How to make the game ideal, it's very, very hard, and more likely it's impossible. So treat the random battles as look into the random battles from a bit different perspective, fellas. Think about it. There is 30 people which is dropped into whatever map, and you don't know which team is going to be better, and so on. In other words, what you are doing when you are clicking that battle button over there, it is pretty much RNG what is going to get next. You are flipping the coin. You have a dice or whatever, you have a number. That basically means you are losing, and not much what you can do about that. And fellas, I know a lot of you, why am I talking about this? A lot of you is coming into the stream, and they are explaining how they are feeling like, and everything, how it's looking like, and what kind of battles they are having, and so on. And I feel you, fellas. I am playing this game too. I'm playing this game from 6 up to 10 hours a day. From 6 to 10 hours a day. Imagine, every single day apart the Sundays, because Sundays is my day off and I'm not doing anything. So you can imagine yourself. I have experienced literally the same things as you do, and I would love to change something, but I simply can't. It's just not in my powers, fellas. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Tell me your opinions in the comments down below. What do you think about the Tur shit? I meant to say Turán, sorry. For me, it was one of the most horrible gaming experience. No wonder why it has one of the lower averages. In the Rus server as a tier 5 shitter, and it was simply a horrible gaming experience until I loaded the full gold, because usually I'm avoiding to do that unless I'm playing with a super hard tanks in order to get up to 100%. But usually I'm trying to deal with everything without spamming gold, and I believe it's completely understandable. Anyways, fellas, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed this daily dose of skill. See you next time. Peace.